live with me. This is part two. If you guys were here for part one, then you heard all about my trip to Ocean City, Maryland. Or you heard a lot about it. Um, so I'm gonna just kind of like pick up where I left off. I'll give it like a minute or two, but I'm gonna pick up where I left off because I was like telling y'all about the final day there and the boardwalk, right? So we went to the boardwalk on the final day in Ocean City, Maryland. Okay, we went all the way down, all the way down. We went down to the end. Um, and at the end, they had this big Ferris wheel. They had multiple Ferris wheels, right? But the one we went on was like caged in, and like you could see the whole city from the top of it. I have pictures. I'll definitely put them up on my social media coming soon. But you could see the entire Ocean City, Maryland from the top. Right? Like it was such a vibe. It was so much fun. But yeah, so if you guys were here for my earlier live, then you did hear me tell you all about my trip. Okay, we made it up to day 4, which was the final day that I was there. Like I said, we went down to the boardwalk. Now on the boardwalk, we went to this place called Dumzers and got ice cream. The ice cream was really phenomenal. I personally picked out a Hawaiian Delight one, which had like banana chunks in it and pineapple chunks, and it had banana, pineapple, and I think strawberry chunks in it, and that was really phenomenal. It was really delicious. And then we hung out there for a little bit longer, and then after we went on the Ferris wheel, we went in one of those like arcades. And so we went to the arcade for a little bit, did a photo booth there. That was dope. I love that. That was nice. Not too bad, not too bad. The rides were really good too. Like the rides were dope. Like they have a couple different amusement parks. On this one, Ocean City is like it's an island, right? But it's only so big. But for as big as it is, they have like multiple amusement parks. They've got so much to do. They've got like 25 mini golf courses. Like I had so much fun there, and there's things that I want to go back and do too. But actually, so the last thing we ended up doing there was we went to on the boardwalk there was we went to this place called Thrashers. And Thrashers is like one of the core key places to go in Ocean City. Like every tour guide situation, every AI, every Google search told us to go to this place called Thrashers, right? And Thrashers was so delicious. Like those fries were so good. Okay, they have like a salt stand and a vinegar stand. Like you, it's for salt. You put salt and vinegar on these fries, which I thought was like different and kind of cool. I was like, okay, because like where we're from, we put ketchup, or some other sauce. Oh man, my lips. Ugh. So this sunburn that I got on this trip is like not fair. Okay, like you see how dry my lip is? Oh my goodness. I put some cream on it. Ugh, can't even smile. It hurts. It hurts to smile, guys. Mm. Ah, mm. So I highly recommend Ocean City, Maryland to anybody deciding to take a trip, especially if it's not too far from you, it's in your area. I highly also will recommend the exact hotel that I stayed at. It was called Castle in the Sands, and it was one of the best experiences. That, especially if you're going as like a family or you're bringing your kids on vacation or something, like I highly, highly recommend this place because there's things for kids and there's things for adults and there's things for everybody. They also have like a kiddies club that they have open from Sunday to Friday, where they have like games and activities and things like that. So you could just like you could put your kid in the activities, and like let them do the activities, and then they're like occupied, and you can like go to the Coconuts bar and grab your drink, and then go get your kid in the activities. So that's dope. I like that a lot. I did not really do any of the activities though. We really just enjoyed what was around there, you know. And there was so much around there. Okay, and then the very last stop before I left Ocean City, they have this kombucha bar. Okay, now I like kombucha. I love kombucha. I like a nice little kombucha every once in a while. I probably drink between 3 and 5 a week, you know? So, what was exciting about this kombucha spot is that it's so natural and they make everything on site. Everything is made right there in the kombucha bar, and it was so dope, okay? So, yeah, that's like that's what it was. If you're new to my channel, hit the like button, subscribe. If you're not new, still hit the like button. We here. And yes, you have reached the right channel. If you're talking about the flower, the weed is right here. I already rolled it. I rolled the Blueforia. You know what? That reminds me. I rolled the Blueforia from White Boy Kevin La Marina Boys, okay? And this has quickly become, let me show you like the wrapper. Hold up. See where I put the package. Okay, this has quickly become one of my favorites. All right, this has become one of my favorites from him specifically. Okay, my very favorite from White Boy Kev, since he's a legend. Like, if y'all don't know, this is a legend. He's known for his haze. Okay, so my favorite obviously is the Cuban Black Haze from White Boy Kev. Okay, like that's my favorite. But this particular flower, Blueforia, has very quickly become my second favorite from White Boy Kevin La Marina Boys. It's phenomenal. It definitely gives blue vibes, okay? It gives blueberry vibes. It gives like a euphoric feeling, and it's totally true to the name. Blueforia. Okay. So that's what I'm lighting right now. Ooh, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the button down here too, and join the chat. Like, I feel like I'm missing messages. Like, I have it on the right setting. Does that have blue hairs on it? You know what? It might have. I did it quick, the review, like the showing off of the flower. It might have. I don't know. It's called Blueforia though, and it's very fire. I like the blue. I say it gives blue vibes because it's given like a blueberry, like. On the immediate inhale, it's like a blueberry sweetness. On the turning flavor, I want to say there's like an old school hint of funk, like not funk, but like not skunky funky really, but like this like old school weed flavor. I don't know how to describe it. Like, I can't put my finger on the exact flavor. I've never been able to describe this note that I'm talking about other than old school nostalgic. Like, it's like a hint and it's in there. Really, Greg? Where do you love the seafood from? Because I'm gonna be honest, I did not have the best seafood experience in Ocean City. I went I went to this place called Rope Walk. Now, the place itself was very cool. Okay, the drinks were phenomenal. My bartender Paige was a darling. She was a complete sweetheart. Um, Even the servers were dope. Everybody was really nice. But my fish, okay, so I got one of their like main dishes, like one of their key dishes that they're known for. And it was like a flounder stuffed with crab meat, okay? My crab meat had shells in it that I thought I was pulling bones out the fish, but apparently there are no bones, like that's not like the kind of fish that it is. So it wasn't the fish. So I'm pulling bones out of my crab meat, and the fish was not tender and flaky. Like, it didn't fall apart when I took a bite, you know? So I was a little like frustrated with my fish. Like, I feel like fish, when it's fresh, it just falls apart. Like, how many times we go to City Island, guys? Like, what are we talking about? Fresh fish does not like bounce back. Your fork does not bounce off of it. Okay? Like, fresh fish falls apart the second you poke it. You know, like if it's cooked right, you know? So I did not have the greatest fish experience. So it kind of, that experience, I'm not gonna lie either, kind of turned me off of the whole fishy experience for the rest of my trip. Because, so we ordered at this particular restaurant, Roadblock, we ordered a crab dip, a crab and artichoke dip, okay? I felt like it had more artichoke. I didn't, there was no chunks of crab in it. It was just maybe, I don't know. It was mostly like, I don't know. It was mostly artichoke. So we ordered the dip, and that was good. That one was good. But the other one that I had was these egg rolls. I think they were crab cake egg rolls, like fried crab cake situation, right? Thank you. Um, and the crab cake egg rolls were just not hitting. It was like they were frozen or something. I don't know. Like, you know that flavor of fish when it's frozen and then it's like cooked after that, and then it's got like, it's not the same. It's not fresh. So Crab Alley is good. All right, that's good to know. Hold on, let me take a screenshot. Because I'll definitely, I want to go back. Like, there's a lot of things that I did not get to see in Ocean City, Maryland. There's mad things that I like to see again, and there's things that I just, you know, there was a whole list of things of like the things that I want to do now. Like, you know, when you visit a place, I've definitely seen all of it. Like, enough from afar that I want to see all of it up close. You know what I mean? I want to go see the water parks. I want to go sit on the lazy river. I want to go to the Jolly Roger and see what the hell that place is about, because that place looked like a total vibe. I want to go back to the boardwalk and really enjoy the rides and really enjoy the boardwalk. Trying to fit all of these things into 4 days is like crazy. It's super crazy because there's just too much to do. It's too much fun to be had, you know? Coconut concocted? No. I'm celibate. I've been celibate. But anyways, thanks for your concern though. No, I definitely got sunburned. I got a quick one too, but from the sun. The sun came out and was like, it was like they told me earlier. It's like the Mario game, you know. The sun came down and was like, "Toma, toma, toma." I was like, "Oh, I didn't even know I was getting hit that hard till it was over. Till till it was like Mortal Kombat. Someone was like, "Finish it." Yo, I'm lucky that like my skin, my face is not all cracked right now. That has, cause like right in here, for example, my skin is mad dry and raw, and I just keep putting stuff on it. Like literally burn cream. Like earlier, my earlier live, I was putting on aloe, but right now I'm like literally putting on burn cream because this is too much. It's too much. So, this is so soothing though. I'm not gonna lie. Do I sell foot pics? I could, and yes, I do believe I have pretty feet. Do I sell foot pics? I could. I don't know. I've been laughing though, cause respectfully, right? There's mad websites for like just that, right? Like you could even find your like who you like from their feet, right? I don't know. I'm just wondering. But anyway, if you want to contribute to my channel, you can always cash app as Green Eyes, GREENEYEZ 1434. In order to connect with me, you can definitely connect with me across social media platforms at Shayna Blanca Nieve Real, SHAYNA BLANCANIEVEREAL. Okay. And would it be possible if I can see them? No. That's what you would be paying for, right? Respectfully, yes. Yo, did I say feet and we got like a whole bunch of fetishes came through real quick? Loosey goosey. I'm crying inside though, you know? Isn't that the mystery behind the payment? I'm crying, but you guys are like really serious here. Hold up, did I stumble into the platform? Did I stumble into the community? My bad. I commented on a New Jersey post talking about Gunnison Beach, and if you guys are not familiar with Gunnison Beach or the Jersey Shore, Gunnison Beach is the only nude beach on the Jersey Shore. Okay? And I was talking about this nude beach, or they were talking about it in the post. So I turned around and was like, yo, that place is a vibe, but you gotta realize, because there was some woman, she was talking shit about like the beach a little bit, but she was like, she ended up loving it at the end, but she definitely realized when she went that like the Jersey Shore nude beach is like, they know that a lot of them know each other. They be like dapping each other up butt naked. And the Jersey Shore nude beach is like, you either know or you don't know. And there's like places to go for each kind of person. There's a swingers section of the beach. There's an old people section of the beach. There's a, section of the beach. And there's a, there's like 4 sections of the beach, okay? There's there's old men sitting around having business meetings. Like, this is real for real. What do you think about, oh my God, can I just give you 5 minutes? Thanks, take a minute. You'll be okay. Anyway, so we were talking about this beach, right? Anyway, I accidentally stumbled into this community right there because I'm like, yo, I know that this is a real community of people, because the new beach, Jersey Shore, is a community of people. They all know each other. Like, they either all know each other or they know who's who, okay? Because like I said, they be dabbing each other up. But when you get there, there's like groups of them that test you. They test you to see what you're gonna do. They test you to see how far you'll go, or what you'll do, or what you're okay with, or what you're not okay with. Okay? Some of them come in and they be like, oh, or come over to you and they be like, oh, can you put suntan lotion on my back? Or be like, can I put suntan lotion on your back? Or they be like, like they really be like, oh, and they want to see if you're gonna do it or not. And then there be other ones that come and they want to see what you'll put up with, right? So there was this one guy, and I'll tell this story the rest of my life. There was this one guy, he was a ginger, orange hair, orange everything, okay? And he came and he sat down like about 15 feet from me and my friend, right in front of us, right? And he was totally like spread eagle, okay? Hanging out with his wang out, with his nuts out, just booty crack in the sand. Like, he was chafing after this moment, okay? But he was just hanging out there. And he wanted to see how long till one of us either said something, did something, asked him to move or what. But we just ignored him. We let him be. We let him, that's where you want to sit down, my guy? Okay, well, enjoy. Because what else we gonna do and say, Just is what it is. Anyway, that was totally left. That has nothing to do with my trip to Maryland. So on the way back from Ocean City, Maryland, okay? On the way back, we went and first of all, I was looking for some place to go in Jersey. I thought that just because we were crossing the Delaware River, that there would be a place to swim. I don't know if y'all know of a place to swim at the Delaware River or Delaware Water Gap that is not off the beating path. But all I know is that the place that they were trying to send me to was an extra hour and change out of my way. It was like Turtle Beach or Turtle something beach or whatever at the Delaware Water Gap. I don't know. But and then I know you can't swim the whole Delaware River. I know the currents are strong. I know there's just places you can't swim. Right? So you can't just pull up on the beach and swim anywhere. So anyway, I looked for another place to swim because I needed to go for a little swim. My sunburn was sunburning and I was in the car for hours. I needed a break, right? So what I ended up doing was ended up finding a place. It was called Atzion, Atzion Lake, and this place was red. The red water was freaking me out at first. I like to be able to see my feet. I don't like it when I can't see through the water, especially in a lake. Like, I'm sorry, but like, I am still under the down south belief of like, if it's murky water, you really probably shouldn't be in there. You know what I mean? For whatever the reason. It's murky. You can't see through it. It's probably not for you. Right? But this water wasn't murky. It was fucking red. This water was as red as my shirt red. Like, it looked like the blood of something was in there. I was like, whoa, what is this? This is crazy. So apparently, because of the manufacturing that used to be in this area, there's a lot of iron in the water. So there's a high iron density content of this water, right? I thought this was so interesting. Anyway, so I'm freaking out the whole time I'm in the lake. Finally, I see a parks person. Like, and mind you, got to this lake after swimming hours. Like, we was not supposed to be up in this lake, but I went in the lake. There was nobody else in the lake, but I needed to rinse off. So despite the fact that the water was red, I was freaking out a little bit. I went in the lake. I'm so glad I went in this lake because I think that it saved some of my skin. Like, I'm still suffering in some areas here, but I think that it saved some of my skin. So this high iron content in this lake is like, this was probably one of the most soothing lake experiences I personally have ever had. Like, the water was just, I don't want to say it felt extra wet because that sounds insane, but it definitely was like a moisture. It was like a moisturizing kind of thing. Like, after I got out of the water the first time, all in here started to dry up super crazy. I was like, what is happening? So I went back. I was like, all right, I need to get back in the water because my skin's drying too fast. Like, I need to take another minute, maybe go back in the water. So I'm back in the water and I soaked there for another minute and I like rinsed my face for like another minute, and I was like, okay, let me get out again. But this time I went straight to my car before my skin even had a chance to dry out. And I grabbed the lotions and like the creams and the neosporins and the whatever the hell I had with me. And I started lathering it on. And then when I saw somebody, I was like, hey, what's up with the red water? You could swim in there, right? They're like, yeah. This is actually probably one of the healthiest lakes you could ever come to. I was like, oh, for real? So anyway, shout out to this lake. Shout out to the parks people. They really were able to give me some information. I ended up bringing a whole pamphlet home. I think I left it in the car. But anyway, I'll definitely come back and talk about this lake again because it was fascinating. When I tell you this water was red, like, you walk in and you start to realize it's red, but when you're about ankle deep and your feet look red, I was like, oh, that's more than my sunburn. So I don't know, I just needed the fresh water. I needed to rinse off. Like I said, I've been driving at that point for like 3.5 hours, and I just needed a minute. And it was one of my favorite breaks I ever took on a trip. And also, one more thing I want to mention about traveling, just in general, when you're going to take a little road trip, plan things to do along the way. One thing I had wished I had done differently is planning things along the way a little bit better. Because when you plan things along the way, the ride doesn't feel so long. And by plan things, I don't mean go to fucking Taco Bell. I don't mean go to fast food. I don't mean just stop at a rest stop. I mean find something cool to do between point A and point B, spend a couple of hours there, and then travel on. Because when I tell you that just having a couple extra things to do and just stopping a couple extra places, even if it's a cool park, you'll see a new place. You know, definitely Google the stuff. Make sure you're in, like, you know, nice areas and stuff like that. But if I hadn't just decided to stop at a place to swim, that was gonna, and I wanted to go to like a freshwater. The whole time I was in Ocean City, I was in the salt water and I was in the chlorine. So I wanted some fresh water. Like, I just wanted to feel the fresh water on my skin. Oh my goodness, I just wanted to feel the fresh water, you know? And so this Atzian Lake, I'll be back there. I'll be taking a trip just to go there this summer. Like, I might even plan a day trip, an overnight, who knows? But I'm going there because that lake, that was pretty dope. That was cool. That was like a nice trip. That was a nice stop. That it was like I said, the water was red. It was crazy, but who knew that there was like a high iron content lake here in New Jersey, like around here? Like, it's not even around here. This, like, for me, that's probably like it's probably like an hour and a half, hour and 45-minute drive. Worth the fucking drive. Like, I would drive that just to go there. But then again, it's about an hour and a half to get to most beaches from me. Like, the beach is not close. If y'all think you're coming out to New York City and going to the beach, not unless you go stay in Rockaway and then you're not in the city anymore. You know? Like, you know, Orchard Beach. Nah. No. Algae can turn it red too. No, but this specific water was not algae. This was not algae. That's not what this was. Because I had a whole conversation with the parks person because I had never seen a red lake. But yeah, no, he told me, he's like, no, because there was no seaweed in the water. There was no algae in the water. Like, there was nothing in the water to make it look crazy. Like, it was just red. What's up, guys? Hit the like button. Welcome back. If you guys were here for part 1, cool. If you did not see part 1, go check it out and you'll hear all about my crazy ass sunburn. You'll hear oral about my vacation. I just went on a trip to Ocean City, Maryland. It was a vibe. It was a really good time. I had a really nice time in Ocean City. And I tell you all about that in part 1, okay? We were just talking about part 2 and the road trip back, and that's what I was just finishing talking about right now. What I'm smoking on right now is called Bluephoria. It's from White Boy Kevin, La Marina Boys, and that is so phenomenal. Red algae is microscopic, so you wouldn't see it. Okay, well, this wasn't red algae, my love. This water is always red, and again, I spoke to a parks person who told me all about why the water's red. The water's always red, and it's because it's got a high iron content from the manufacturing that used to happen in the area, and all of the iron and things that were just left and thrown and like in La Agua, like right there. So it's red because of this. Like, so I mean, that part. Thank you. The strain is called Bluephoria. It is my second favorite strain from White Boy Kevin, La Marina Boys, okay? They said NYC water is not regular. We're not talking about New York City water. We're talking about a lake in South Jersey. Yeah, because it's below Tom's River, so that's got to be South Jersey. And it's a lake called Atzian Lake. You guys should definitely check it out, look it up. I mean, bathing in high mineral content is really good for the body. It's really good for you. So it's really good for your hair, skin, nails, everything. So check it out and find out why it's good for you. Maybe Google the lake and be like, okay, so you know it's not algae. You'll find out why the water is red. Okay, like the water was wild, it was red, it was crazy, it was amazing, and it really healed my skin. Okay, my skin yesterday was like, I would not have been live yesterday. I did not go live yesterday. I got nothing from yesterday. My skin yesterday was on fire. Okay? I was over the salt water. I didn't want to touch salt water. I was over the chlorine. I didn't want to go near a pool. All I wanted to do was go to a stream. I really wanted to go to the river. I wanted to go to the Delaware River because I like the idea of flowing, moving bodies of water because you know it's clean. Okay? Like, flowing bodies of water are cleaner than sitting bodies of water. Any time of year, always and forever. That's why the oceans are always cleaner than the bays. Okay? Like, it's real. Okay? So I personally preferred the lake in this. I mean, I like the lake. I would have liked to go to the river, the Delaware River. I wanted to find a spot around the Delaware Water Gap. I really wanted to do that. But sometimes we don't always get what we want. We don't always get what we want. We could try sometimes. We might find. Yo, I literally got what I needed this time, though. Facts. I really did. Because that mineral content lake, my skin needed that shit. It needed it. Like, look. It don't... Over here, it feels so much better. Like, if you look at my video, even from earlier today till now, yo, my skin looks even way better from earlier today. Earlier today, my skin looked fried and crispy. Now it looks a little fried and crispy right here, but it looks like it's healing. Ugh, I just keep putting on the cream. I've been like reapplying cream all day. Like, every time I feel like a dry spot, I'm like, hold up, I got something for this. Let me see. Oh my God. Ay, un otro. Quiere cansarme. Yeah, I've had like 4 marriage requests today. In an oversized t-shirt, just putting lotion on my face. He said like medium crispy bacon. Yo, they sizzled me. Yo, somebody said earlier, and it was literally the funniest thing, but it was like the most true thing that you know, like in the Mario game, like in the Super Mario Brothers, in the sun level, when the sun starts attacking him and you gotta like jump away from the sun, you gotta get away from the sun. Yo, I should have been getting away from the sun. But I was reapplying margaritas faster than sunscreen, and it was not working out for me. Like, oh my God, look at me. Look at me. Qué pena. Poor Shayna. Like, why? You know? Poor Shayna. Let me see. No, this is what fun entrepreneurship in between whatever I'm doing for myself looks like, boo boo. But if you're unemployed, I mean, please don't come here and project. You know, what's going on in your life is not what's going on in mine. And at least I have balls enough to get up on YouTube, and I got the cojones for this. You don't, clearly. Because all you gotta do is come up in some people comment section hablando mierda. ¿Qué tú piensas? ¿Cómo se dice? Ronaldinho. Oh my God. ¿Qué dominicano eres? Coño. This is what stupid looks like? Welcome. Shit. Yo, the sun wanted to take me home with it. That's how much the sun loved me, apparently. Because the way it scorched me was like, oops. I didn't mean to do that, boo-boo. Because I really had the best fucking day ever. Like, when I tell you that I had the best day ever, I lived my fucking dream in that moment. Not my dream, but like I don't see how it could have gotten much better. I literally had the beach out my little back door and the pool out my front door, and I was chilling. Like it was nice. I want to live like that forever. Like I need to move. I need to move because I want to live like that forever. Like beach out my back door and pool out my front door. Please. Yes, please, and thank you. Oh my goodness. Yes. Or even put it back both in the backyard. I don't care. I don't care. I want my life like just like that. You know, I got my house already. Okay, que bueno. It's big. It feels nice. There's a lot of rooms. Shit is a lot of work. As you can see, oh my god, guys, I painted my kitchen. I gotta finish. I gotta get new curtains now too because I fucked them up. That's like the only thing I didn't cover. Like, I wasn't being very bright about that. But I finished painting this side. Well, this side. I gotta do something else on the other side because I fixed a wall. And it soaked up the paint too much, so I gotta put one more coat over there. But I painted the kitchen. I had like a top color on the ceiling, a nice bright blue on the walls. It looks so beautiful. To come home to a freshly painted kitchen though was definitely a vibe. That was nice. I like that a lot. You know, I got my yard, but I don't have my pool. I want my pool. I want my pool. I want my beach. my grandmother used to have a house with a beach. Okay. It was in the Hamptons. Like this, I'm talking like when I was a kid, right? So it was a vibe. It was probably the best underappreciated thing of my life, okay? At the time, I totally underappreciated it. I didn't know what we had until it was gone. Okay? I can guarantee you me if I ever get this if ever, because hold on, words have power and meaning. When I get my situation back, okay? There will never be an underappreciation moment ever again when it comes to that kind of stuff. What? We used to be right on the bay though, so not quite the vision, but definitely. Look at me complaining as if it's, this was one of the best ways to be a child. Okay, like playing in the water, little beach right there. They had a dock. It was like this was the best. I used to get sent there in the summer. Totally different experience. The beach, the actual beach though, was like on bike probably about 15-20 minutes. And but what was great is I could take my bike anywhere. Like out there, you could take your bike anywhere. I don't know how it is now because I know like since COVID, all the people that used to be tourists have since now moved out there and year round and made their like main residence, and then like only stay other places here and there, only come back to the city a couple days a week or something. But this hotel is accessible for anybody. You feel me? Ocean City, Maryland. Okay, shout out. And I'm not getting paid to say this. I was not given no discount on my room. I was not, it wasn't nothing. It was Ocean City, Maryland, Castle in the Sands Hotel. Like I said, the only thing, if my only complaint is that the rooms could be just updated a touch, just a touch, because they still had turnkey room keys. Like, so it could have just been a touch. Updated. That's the only complaint I have. But for the amount of time we actually spent in the room, well, who cares? Like, I didn't even care. I enjoyed this whole thing. We had clean sheets every day. We were well taken care of there. They were, like I said, all the staff was very dope. The lifeguards, shout out to them. They were here visiting. They're on like a school thing from Jamaica that they work there in the summertime, and they get to like enjoy themselves and see. Anyway, I was talking to them. They were super dope. They were watching my kids for real. Like they let me relax at the pool, and they actually physically kept keeping their eye on my children and making sure that nobody drowned. I mean, I still was there keeping an eye because they're my kids, and I'm, mama bear. But that was dope that they was like really on it, And when one of my kids was misbehaving, he would be like, "Yo, check that one." I'd be like, "All right," and I'd be able to check them. But it's like I was able to take a deep breath at the pool. That was dope. That was really nice. Like I said, everything was on site and accessible. It was just so fun. Everything was right there. They had the coconuts bar. Oh my god, best onion rings I've ever had. Yo, I love onion rings, okay? I love onion rings. And give me a nice crispy batter dipped onion ring. What? It was well fried. Man, I would be a gordita if I lived around that. Cause what? I love some onion rings. I do them healthy ways too. There's healthy ways to make onion rings. I don't know if y'all know that. Like you could just take some Parmesan cheese or Romano cheese, lay it out on a tray, put your spices on it, and then you put a layer of onions and you bake it, and you have like a healthier onion ring. That and some ranch dip, a homemade ranch dip with like yogurt and dill. Psh, let me tell you. But yeah, I was in Ocean City. It was so fun. It was so fun, you know? I wish I was still in Ocean City. I'm not gonna lie. I really do. Because of how much fun it was. Like, I wish I was still there. I low key wanted to like maybe stay another night, but when I like went to check out, the guy said he's like, "Oh, yeah, you could maybe stay," and he was about to tell me I could like maybe stay in the lot until like 6 or whatever, but they guarantee everybody like one spot at least. So he's like, nah, there's not even any vacancies. I can't even tell you that you could stay in the lot. I was like, oh wow, there's no vacancies. Like it was for a Sunday night. I'm like, there's no vacancies. That's crazy. First of all, that you got the wrong girl. That was never me. Sorry, boo boo. Sorry, boo boo. Wrong channel. Yo, I be laughing when they think they came to like an OnlyFans scenario, but then they get me, and I'm just a weed smoker, and I be laughing, cause like why? Mm, whatever. Mm. But yes, Ocean City, I highly recommend it. Yo, they said whoever punched you in the face, I agree with them. What kind of crazy shit is that to say? First of all. Second of all, nobody punched me in the face but the sun, bitch. That's why you on your stage 2 diet, because stage 1 didn't work. Oh my goodness. This one came in. He said, oh my goodness. You see what he said? First of all. Second of all, you too. Mamá huevo. Fuck. Why I'm getting these kinds of people? We just had a good conversation about Ocean City, Maryland. It was a fucking vibe. Y'all gotta go on vacation too. That way y'all can feel better with your lives. Feel better about yourselves and shit. I feel nice. I'm relaxed. Oh my goodness. It was going good till I got a series of wild ass trolls in the wild here. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. I am sunburned today. I'm very sad about being sunburned today. My lip does hurt, so don't ask. Okay, it does. It does in fact hurt. Okay, it fucking hurts. So does this. Ugh, my skin hurts. It's okay. I'll be okay. I do have an aloe plant here. I have some cut up over there. Probably cut another piece in a minute. Rub that shit on my face because my face does hurt. Like I said it before, I'll say that shit again. I'm not afraid to say it. My face hurts. Yo, when you go though, if you go to the Castle in the Stands and you go to the coconuts, please do me a favor. Do not make the same mistake I made. All right, do not reapply margaritas faster than sunscreen because it's a real thing. That shit bothers. Okay, you dehydrate yourself. I failed the mission of keeping my skin nice, and now I'm all tore up. My tan would have been really nice too if it had just settled right. Like, damn. Okay. You're not doing something right if you don't got trolls, so let them keep trolling you. They still watching you and getting your watch hours and views and subs up. Alright, well, I'm only pausing them for 60 seconds. I only paused them for 60 seconds. But you right. You right. You right. You right. I gotta stop letting shit get to me. Alright, let me go get a piece of aloe. I'm gonna and wash my hands. Let me wash my hands first. Okay, actually, y'all can come with me. I'm gonna wash my hands. I'm gonna cut a piece of aloe so I can put that shit on my face. But yeah, so I finished painting the kitchen before I left. I still gotta do this part of the ceiling right here because that part of the ceiling had some damage there, but I fixed the damage and now I'm gonna paint that part and then the kitchen's finished. I'm excited about that. I've been doing a lot of do-it-yourself kinds of projects. I look like I what? He said you look like you was parasailing right next to the sun. You know I do look like that though. Shout out to the parasailers. I did see them out there. I would like to try that one day, but I did not go parasailing. I feel like I did try that when I was a kid, but I don't really remember. I did a lot of things on boats when I was a kid because, like I said, my grandmother had that house. So it's like when you have a house on the water, you get mad experiences with things that, you know, not everyone gets experiences with. Anyway, so I'm gonna just take a piece of aloe right here. Okay, y'all see me cut it. I just use the raw aloe because it really is best for hydration and stuff. I was using the aloe with lidocaine from the store when I was over in Ocean City, and ooh, I think that made it worse. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, my friend. I feel like I was parasailing like right next to the sun. So, you know, nice observation. You know, thank you for that. Ooh. Aloe on my fingers and now my phone is slippery. All right, hold up. Come on, hold on, hold on. No. I'm gonna have to wipe it down or something. I don't want to stay. Yeah, it still might fall. I don't know. Let's see. Honestly, the cold compress at this point is like not really gonna do much because it's not really sunburn anymore. It's just the skin at this point that's like dry. You see it right there? It's just the skin. It's dry, like needs hydration and love. Yeah, I highly recommend doing this. Cutting a piece of aloe and just rubbing it all over your face if your face feels dry. Where do you go on? Oh, where do you go on vacation to? Well, this particular trip, I went to Ocean City, Maryland, and that's where, man, I don't have a usual spot. It used to be Sag Harbor in the Hamptons. Like, I used to go there when I was a kid, and I know a lot of people there. I used to just kind of get left there in the summertime, so I got to know like all the kids that actually live there. So that was cool. Like, I know a lot of people there, but and in Southampton, like that area, and East Hampton. I knew a lot of people over there in East Hampton, but um, now since you know the Hamptons is what it is, and Grandma sold her house, um, I have been just exploring new places. And this particular vacation, I went to Ocean City, Maryland, and this is my first time there. And I highly recommend it to anybody that is looking for a place to go, especially as a family. It was very fun. It was very fun. There's lots of things to do there, lots of water parks, um, lots of mini golf. Okay, that was my favorite part. That was the mini golf was so fun. It brought me back to like my childhood because I used to go. Oh yeah, the boardwalk was really cool too. The boardwalk was like a once in a lifetime experience. If well, not really, because you can go back whenever. But it was fire. Like it was that kind of an experience though. Like they just have so much going on over there. You can't even see it all in one day. There's no way. He said walking the boardwalk will snatch your soul in Ocean City, Maryland. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? What does that mean? The boardwalk was fun though. We did that. The fries were dope. I did not find of anywhere to get a funnel cake. Although I didn't go in some of the places, so I probably missed out on it completely because there was just so much else to do, and I was not really hungry. I was already like well fed. That Barn 34 for breakfast, like I don't usually eat breakfast like that, so when I'm eating breakfast, it's like I felt like I already ate. Oh, he said the boardwalk is long and hot. Yeah, I definitely feel like I should have gone to the boardwalk in the evening. Definitely not a daytime midday activity. Mm-mm. My skin hurts. And I had a hat on for the boardwalk. I did not go to the boardwalk without a hat. This was not a good idea. Especially after my experience in the sun. This never used to happen to my face or my skin until I went to DR and I fell asleep in the sun for like 6 hours. I slept on the beach in the sun for 6 hours. And I burned myself so fucking bad that now I get these kinds of wild sunburns. It just happens. I don't know, but I thought I didn't think the sun was that different than Jersey. Like I felt like I was only a few hours south. I didn't know it was like that different. I didn't know it was more like Florida sun. So I was definitely using the wrong SPF. I definitely didn't think the skincare through well enough before I went. Oh my goodness. And then who was it that asked why I don't just let the trolls rock? That's why. If you see it, you see it. See? I think Anthony needs to go. Because Anthony comes every day. And honestly, sometimes people ruin it, the chat and stuff, with that bullshit. Thinking my forehead is looking cute as fuck. My forehead is looking shiny. Super duper shiny. From the aloe. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, I meant to freeze a piece of this. That's what I meant to do. So shout out to whoever said cold compress. I think that's what I'm going to do with the other half of this. I'm going to freeze it. I said it about the last piece, but then someone else came looking for a piece of aloe, so I gave it to them. Yo, again, I don't wish this pain on anybody. Sunburn is not for the weak. What's blue soap? Put me on. I know nothing about this. Shout out to the UK. Cake soap? What is this? I don't know what you're talking about. What's cake soap? Whoever's in the UK over there, tell me something. You be suffering these sunburns? Whoever be suffering these sunburns needs to come through with the remedy, because, I mean, this is helping, but come on. It is helping though. My face looks significantly better from earlier today. If you came into part 1 of the live and saw me before noon, you will see that my face was definitely not so bright. You know, like my face was dry as fuck. And it was like drying out as I was on the live. Now I'm allergic to Vaseline. I'm allergic to some ingredients in Vaseline. The petroleum. I'm allergic to the petroleum. And petrolatum, that fake petroleum, or whatever the fuck they use in some of those products. Typical ignorant fool. Loves to hold their blanquitas. Oh, he said, you see what he said? I don't gotta read it. What's up, Hawaii? No, I'm not from Hawaii. Wait, my bad. Am I from Hawaii? No, I'm not from Hawaii. Do I look Hawaiian? Green eyes? Although you would not guess what my nationality is, though. No, nobody really does. I just let them be. I've never been to Hawaii. That's on the list of things to do. I just came from Ocean City, Maryland. I highly recommended this trip. Okay? Like, I even recommend exactly where I stayed. Well, I can't only use aloe. I'm just looking for other things. I'm looking for other options. The aloe does help, though. And then I moisturize after the aloe. Because once the aloe dries, your skin feels a little dry too, so. It is. It is. This part, oh my god, this looks so much better. This was looking crazy this morning. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it is helping though. And the aloe is probably just really good. My sunburn. Hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel and welcome. Oh my goodness, this feels so good. Okay, so I went to Ocean City, Maryland. Super vibes. That Red Iron Lake, I'm going back. I'm gonna go back to the Red Iron Lake. On the way home from Ocean City, I decided I wanted to stop at a lake. Well, I really wanted to stop at the Delaware River, but that didn't. I don't know. Someone's gonna have to tell me where I can go swim, like right off of the beating, like without going too far off the beating path. Yeah, it's coming back to normal, right? Oh my goodness. Shout out to this aloe plant. Soothing and amazing. But I've literally, this is me all day for the last 3 days. Like, just constantly, every time I feel my skin dry, just reapplying something. I have not been letting my skin dry out. I would even be up in the middle of the night putting stuff on because it's just my skin would be so tight I couldn't sleep right. You know? You know what it is to wake up with a fat lip from the sun? Nah, I love the sun though. I love the sun. Alright. So this has been fun. If you're new here, like my channel, subscribe. I'm definitely going to come back probably later today. And we'll check on me then. We'll check on my sunburn then, okay? I have to go now. I gotta go do some pickups and errands and stuff for myself. I want to go to the supermarket. I want to get a couple things too. I want to get some coconut water. Coconut water. I love coconut water. I want to go get some of that. When I come back, I'm gonna come live and talk more about that kombucha spot, and I'll show off one of my kombuchis. Okay. And definitely check out my store, thequieteditstudios.com, for aromatherapy candles, mugs, therapeutic coloring journals, weekender bags, towels, and so much more. Oh my goodness. Like and subscribe.